What's up, guys? We have just done a deal to start a new boxing league with Turki, who absolutely loves the sport of boxing.
We're here. Finally, we're here. An official boxing league owned by His Excellency Turki Al-Sheikh and Dana White. People have been clamoring for Dana White to take over boxing or to jump into the boxing scene, and he's doing just that big time. Supposedly it's going to be launched in September.
Ask him which the first event fight he will have in September. Ask him if you want to answer.
But before we dive into all of that, we got to talk about this, all right? To the morons who keep jumping in my comments, telling me that Lamont Roach took a knee. Do you know what they're referring to? How can you be so moronic? I understand the whole knee thing where Gervonta Tank Davis got people upset on every end of the spectrum when it comes to the boxing world. But that doesn't mean you have to go stupid. A lot of you guys are sensible people, but when it comes to the guy you cheerlead for,
well, then everyone loses their minds.
But this happens in boxing all the time. You lean on their neck, they go to one knee. We have a ton of examples. And I can use one, who is Gervonta Tank Davis. Check this out.
Using the whole ring in boxing. Oh, he took a big left hand.
And now left and holding on. I don't know if that'll be a knockdown, no.
So is that a knockdown? Did Rolly Romero knock down Gervonta Tank Davis? Sure he didn't. It was called a no knockdown. Though Gervonta got hit by a good punch prior to the push down, you can try to argue that he had some sort of Bambi legs or off balance. That's why he was pushed down. But if it wasn't for Rolly leaning on him and pushing him, he probably wouldn't have gone down. That is a push. Same thing with this. I don't even have to explain this. I sound dumber and dumber for even spending another second entertaining this bullshit. All right, so let's talk about His Excellency Turki Al-Sheikh and Dana White, the new boxing league, TKO. And no, I know there's going to be haters in the comments. I am not celebrating this move because of His Excellency Turki Al-Sheikh. I'm celebrating these moves because these are moves that I've been hooping and hollering and yelling about since the beginning of my channel. Here's the receipts. Since the very beginning, a lot of my day one show business partners know that I've been hooping and hollering for a WBL, for a World Boxing League, and it looks like this is a step towards that.
What's up, guys? We have just done a deal to start a new boxing league with Turki, who absolutely loves the sport of boxing.
Turki Al-Sheikh, I have an idea on how you can fix boxing almost forever. One title. If you can buy out all the sanctioning bodies and replace it with that one undisputed belt. One belt, one champion.
The best fight the best. They fight it out. And then once somebody holds that belt, you don't need 3 letters in front of the belt. Whoever has that belt is the best in the world in that weight class.
I like boxing more. I'm more entertained by boxing than UFC. Slightly. But UFC is better. If boxing was like the UFC, Errol Spence would have fought Boots already.
I'm looking forward to implementing changes and things that I think would definitely help the sport. Simple things like, the best fight the best. How about that?
I'm gonna give y'all a little secret. The Zone was told to have the fights come back to back, more diabolical. They didn't want any playing around in between fights.
The run of show will run faster. It won't take 9 hours to see 4 fights. These guys put on a fight and then have a podcast and then put on another fight and have a podcast. The show will run like UFC does. Fight after fight after fight.
We don't want to see you go undefeated.
Hell no.
We want to see who can beat you.
The fans, what they started to see as great, start changing. He got a loss. That's why now people are so aggravated. Floyd Mayweather's the GOAT. He's the greatest of all time. He never lost. The fans has become a little bit less aware of what the boxing culture, what it really means.
Boxing has become this thing where, you have to be undefeated for people to care about you. And that's all going to go away.
Put the fight on.
So I'm not cheering on Turki Al-Sheikh. I'm cheering on my own ideas that I have had since I birthed this platform. So my only question when it comes to this is, one, the Muhammad Ali Act. Having your own boxing league, there's going to be promotions, there's going to be management. I need to know if that affects the Muhammad Ali Act, if they're going around the Muhammad Ali Act. You definitely want the Muhammad Ali Act to be in place. And it's there to protect the fighters. If the boxing league protect the fighters because it's structured as an association and not a promotion company, then fine, as long as the fighters are protected. But that is a concern of mine. Another thing, I am in love with the one belt check. Like I said, no other sport has a bunch of belts. I don't know why people cannot understand it being one champion when it comes to boxing. It's like you can see one champion each division when it comes to UFC. You can see one Super Bowl champion. You can see one NBA Finals champion. You can see one champion when it comes to hockey, and you can see one champion everywhere else. But like I said,
Well, then everyone loses their minds.
boxing is the only thing that has 1 million belts and 1,000 champions. And lastly, I want to say, when does it kick off? Well, His Excellency Turki Al-Sheikh says September 12th.
Ask him which the first event fight he will have in September. Ask him if you want to answer.
Well, these are things that we want to pump the brakes on and announce these things. We have a massive fight that only this guy could make happen.
Maybe September 12th.
Oh, okay, maybe it sounds like maybe it's September 12th. The sport of boxing will change forever.
That means Canelo Alvarez versus Terrence Bud Crawford. They're saying that it's going to be a massive fight. I can't help but to assume that massive fight is Canelo Alvarez versus Terrence Bud Crawford being the first main event for the new boxing league, TKO. They're talking about doing it big. I'm rooting it on. And I'm not sure what happens with the rest of boxing. I'm pretty sure the rest of boxing kind of goes on. But don't forget, fighters have short contracts with their promotion companies, 2-fight, 3-fight contracts. So they can easily, kind of like fulfill their contract and go over to the boxing league. So this is going to be something else. It looks like His Excellency Turki Al-Sheikh is going to be the bankroll behind it, while Dana White is going to be the face. And that kind of, it kills two birds with one stone. There's a lot of boxing fans who really are real, patriotic. They want boxing to just be in the States or whatever. So you got Dana White face, right, who is American, but he's also traveled the globe with UFC. So he is a very familiar face. And then you have His Excellency Turki Al-Sheikh, who's being a bankroll and not so much of the face of it. That's a great combination. Let me know how you feel in the comments below. ShowBizz for adult. I'm out.